How's it going, folks? And you're very welcome along to the Motorcycle Hour podcast, where we talk all things motorcycling. A quick shout out to our sponsors, Terence Healy Motorcycles Tullamore, your main Honda dealer for the Midlands, City Spares Motorcycling, Cherry Orchard Industrial Estate Dublin, your Honda and Suzuki agent, and motorcyclingtraining.ie, your one-stop shop for all your motorcycle training needs. Before we kick it off, we do want to give a reminder that this podcast is intended for audience of 18 years and older. So just remember this when deciding where and when you listen. How's it going, folks? I hope you're all keeping well. It is a Monday evening and we're back with a little podcast special for episode number 73. Seeing as you've all been so well behaved, we said we'd treat you to an extra little special one.
Absolutely.
Just to kind of cheer
nice
up
to be
your
nice.
It is nice to be nice.
Yeah.
Those are the familiar voices as ever of the one and only Charlie Riley. Oh, sorry, I hit the front. Charlie Riley's here. Oh, there they are. So you just fucking wake up there, will you? Name of James over that. Oh, God. How are you, Chad?
No bother, Bren. On a Monday evening.
You're
so
fresh.
What
What won't be wrong with you? In the name of Holy God. Over there, we've got the big man himself, Tony Moore's here, folks. How are you, big man?
Yeah, same old, you know what I mean?
You're still ticking over there like a mouse's heart.
Yeah, like a mouse's heart, yeah.
Hard bit. And of course, last but by no means least, all big blood pressure heading him rolling up a fag. It's the one and only Ross McQuaid.
How are we keeping?
How are you, man?
Oh, fine.
What's going on? And just look at that stuff you're rowling up and that. It looks like you've literally took a scissors to your beard. That looks like owl hair.
It's Golden Virginia.
Golden Virginia, is it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's the one that's good for you.
Yeah.
Wouldn't bear with a big lumpish stick, lad.
I smoke less of them. Can't be bothered.
You don't smoke less of them. We had a conversation about this earlier on. I guarantee you're smoking more of them than you did. No. Every time I see you, you're
sucking on one.
You're rolling up them old yolks, yeah.
No, because I leave the tobacco in the office, in work. I'm smoking less in work.
Yeah, and then smoking 4 times more. No, it's my stomach. Yeah. Lads, anyway, that's enough owl talking. How are you all getting on?
No bother, Pete. That weather wouldn't piss off and give us a bit of sunshine.
I know, the weather would depress you, but I'll tell you what's not going to depress you.
What?
We're on with this special little episode because we've had none other than the one and only Noel Donnelly, otherwise known as Rally Red Ireland, has graced us with his presence this evening. A very, very interesting chat with him. Got to learn an awful lot about rally and stuff
Absolutely,
I had not a clue about.
Yeah.
An absolute gentleman, and we're going to bring you his story now very, very shortly.
Yeah.
Before we kick it off, we had our first rally of the year. We were over at
the first rally of the year.
Yeah, the first rally of the year.
Yeah, the Unfixables.
The Unfixables was on Saturday night in St. Kevin's in Staplestown, we headed over to it. The weather was not fantastic.
No.
Which was no surprise there.
We all went over and there were motorbugs.
No, we did not all go over and deal with motorbugs.
Who didn't?
All the hardy fellas went over in the motorbugs.
The real bros.
The real bros. You know what I mean? A few blackguards didn't, but for now, I'm going to not name them.
No, don't name them. But there wasn't anyone on this podcast. We all went on the
Yeah,
bikes.
but that's all I'm saying. It was definitely no one at this table anyway.
I brought the K8 out.
You did?
Jesus, I did.
She was singing.
Oh, she was on song.
She was
I tell
singing.
you, the dirty hooting, frightened the shit out of me up. Who was it that went on ahead? No, James.
Oh,
James went on ahead, and of course, the night crack her out. She started to spin. And then the Dan fella coming hard after me, spinning.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Oh, allegedly. No,
the roads they weren't great. In actual fact, the weather was that bad they were going to bring in the roads.
Yep. That's the roads,
That's what I heard earlier.
And dry them out.
Dry them out.
Yeah.
They should put underfloor heating in the roads.
They should.
Did no one ever think of that?
No, but they should.
Job.
I'm going to get on to Kildare Council now and tell you that.
I reckon they'll throw it in straight away.
Oh, straight away.
And the pipe, the heating to the doll there, because all the bullshit is fucking set on there. You heat every road in the country, wouldn't you?
Well, I wasn't going to go that far now, but you know what I mean? That's on you. Yeah.
Trying to get Kildare County Council to put underground heating. Are you mad? They won't fill in the potholes.
Wasn't it Richie Cavan says, what goes up the road and down the road and up the road? Never touches the road at all.
The Kildare County Council.
There's always plenty plenty of tarmac for speed ramps.
Yeah.
But there's no fucking
I
tarmac
know,
for
I
fucking
know.
potholes.
And I tell you, them speed ramps, believe it or not, they're not actually. They're making them bigger than they should. Believe it or not.
The blackguards, they're always up to no
But Charlie,
good.
everyone will speak to you.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. Without a doubt. But no, interesting how it's been. I have to say, massive thanks to the Unfixables there. We put on a great old show. We won biggest club, which we were delighted to
Absolutely,
receive.
yeah.
We're delighted with that.
Good old
And,
Paddy picked that up for us.
Good old Paddy picked that up for us. Weren't able to drink because we were on the bikes, but the pints just looked delicious. Now, McQuaid, only if you had the big old sick head in you, you would have loved a pint.
Oh, I would have, yeah. I don't know.
Brendan, we all would have loved a pint, but you
didn't they
can't
just?
drink and
I know,
drive.
of course, and I don't know. But just saying, I'm trying to say the place itself, very, very clean. You know, in fairness to Davis,
Nice little pub,
very, very well kept. The premises absolutely spotless. The drink and all looked fantastic. The company was great. So yeah, big hats off.
It is a lovely little venue there.
Yeah. It is
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
Look, it was just nice to get out, number one, to represent the club.
It was.
And again, being the first rally of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just nice to get out and get out with the brothers, you know what I mean, on the bikes.
Without
That's what it's all about. That's what we all go for the rallies.
See it on the way home.
I know, yeah. The weather,
It was
wet.
it was blind.
It was horrendous.
And all fucking wet rain is the worst.
And
the wet one.
That wet rain is terrible.
It's
Don't mind the dry one, but
No. It's the wet one. You never can trust it.
I have an old appointment now up in the Dáil at the end of the week there. I'm going to get them to put a big tent over the whole lot of this country. My jeez, we'll be grand anyways.
It's not an appointment. You have to go up and sweep the yard. Come here. We could blabber on there all evening, but I think we'll bring we won't wait any longer.
No, bring Noel on.
We won't
there,
delay
yeah.
this, man.
We won't delay him.
He's come from a long way.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Over we go to Rally Red Ireland. Folks, I would like to give a massive, massive welcome to Mr. Rally Red Ireland himself, the one and only Noel Donnelly. How are you getting on, lad?
Not too bad.
You're very, very welcome to the podcast.
Oh no, it's great to be here. Great to be here. I listen to you often enough, so
Do you? Oh, God, I feel
it's great to hear and see the real cha.
Sorry, the real chat. Sorry to be a letdown.
The minute he came out the door and he said, "How are you?" And I said, "Jesus, he's the same as the podcast." It is cha.
It's him.
Now, do I look taller than I really am now, or do I look like the 5 foot?
Anyway, he's the real cha. Do you know?
Very good, very good. I like it.
He's standing on the chair there, look at him. Just looking over the top of the table.
That's what a lot of people don't realise. He is standing up there, yeah. Fucking hell. Come here, it's great to have you. We had a bit of a chat, which we often do sometimes before we kick off the podcast. Just I learn a bit about the background. We're after getting a serious insight into what is the terminology? Rally?
Yeah, so Rally Raid Ireland is our company. We're
Yeah.
the first and only Irish support team for rally raids across Europe and the world.
Okay.
So Rally Raid is basically it's long distance endurance racing off road on a motorcycle, cross country
Yeah.
with navigation. So you have no markers, you have no one on the track showing you where to go. You start at zero and you've 200 or 300 kilometers to do in a stage with nothing else but your road book to tell you where to go.
Yeah.
And
I was looking at some of these maps earlier on. I was, you probably knew by me, I was very interested in it. Genuinely, it was just like, geez, this is fucking class. But before we get into that, tell us a bit about yourself. How did it all start? How did Rally? Because like, as we often say in this podcast, you know, if you can make it in Ireland in any kind of motorsport business, you'll fucking make it anywhere. Which is, you know, because it is a tough place.
it's a battle,
yeah. How did it all start with you?
well, it started for me that I was turning 40 and the missus hadn't a clue what to get me. But she knew that myself and the boys were always fascinated with the Dakar Rally, which was, you know, mortgaging the house and, you know, it was never going to happen. But we found out with these European rallies that lads had to start in and develop and then go on to Dakar. Mm-hmm. But they were only a couple of grand and they were in easy reach. They were in Europe. So we said 5 or 6 of us got together and said, let's try and do it. Hadn't a clue. We didn't know anyone. None of us were top riders of any discipline. I dabbled in motocross years ago, but most of us are just trail riders and just loved the whole navigation thing and the adventure of it and the whole mystery. Mm-hmm. And just to finish a rally with Dakar riders on the same track, following the same route, was a dream come true. And we said, if we can do this, and we don't have to score high, we just have to finish.
Yeah.
And that was the dream. So that was it for me. 40th, she got me entered with the family, and before this went on, and we got married in 17, early in February 17, and I've just realised we haven't had our honeymoon yet because we've been rallying ever since. She's going to listen to this now. But our honeymoon was meant to be that rally, and unfortunately a few weeks before that she got very sick and she ended up in hospital in agony and pain, and I actually was told the lads 2 weeks before I was going to pull. There's no way I can go. I need to look after her. And she heard, and then she said, absolutely, you spent a year building a bike, training, this is not happening. I'm going back to my family in Kilkenny. You'll be well looked after. Don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
So I went out to this rally and didn't know a thing. And it was one of the things that actually I nearly quit at one stage because the rally was getting so tough up in the mountains. It was about day 2 or 3. We finished the stage and we're finished one stage and we liaison across this mountaintop. And I was on an old steel frame Yamaha 450, a big 15-litre tank of petrol. There was fork lighting that I'd never seen as graphic and as close in my life. On the top of this mountain, like 3,000 metres high. The dust had turned to a slime like ice, so I couldn't even keep the bike straight. And we did about 20 kilometres across the top of this mountain before we start the next stage. And you're on your own and you can't keep the bike up and you're trying to go, and the hailstones are coming, they're hitting every exposed surface. Yeah. You're getting the shit kicked out of you. And you're there, fork lighting, you're thinking, I'm on a bomb. I'm either going to fall off the edge of this cliff.
I wouldn't mind, it was the actual steel frame on as well. Yeah.
I'm either going to go blew up or I'm going to fall off. This is crazy. And all these negative thoughts came into my head, and I was like, it was all negative thoughts. This is crazy. This is dangerous. This is bullshit. Like, what are you doing? This is mental. And this started creeping into your mate, and I said, I know this is not happening.
Yeah.
And then it was like a switch. I remember the pain she was in for weeks, and there's me complaining. I'm out here in an FIM international rally, one of a team of 6 from Ireland that hasn't done rallies in years. Like, there's only a handful of guys that have done the rallies before, and they're like, you're living the dream here.
Yeah.
Cop yourself on.
Yeah.
So next minute, it's just total switch in the brain, and it was her inspiration. She got me out there in the first place, and suddenly just remembering her being like that, and I'm thinking I'm in agony, and it just switched in the brain. Positive health. I was singing in the helmet in the worst conditions ever, and riding along on this fucking bomb, about to get blew up, singing Christy Moore and fucking all sorts, Fields of Athenry, screaming it out of the helmet. If I had been heard, I'd have been locked up. I got to the next special, and the next thing, your man, there was water was dripping out of everywhere. Your man had to get my card out of my pocket, stamp it, put me in. Then the time clock went. I was off. I was riding steady the first couple of days. A couple of the other lads in the team, they were just flying from the start. Yeah. With that mental attitude change, I couldn't be caught for the rest of the week.
No way.
Couldn't be caught. And I ended up the fastest Irishman on the oldest piece of shit bike in the town.
There you are.
Boys behind every good man is a good woman.
But that woman, from day one, she not only got me into it, but she's inspired me and kept me going throughout and supported me the whole way. Even to the point of 3 years ago, buying her own lorry to go do this, like, so.
Yeah, honest.
well,
fair
then
achievement,
it's
man.
unreal, yeah.
It is,
but now I'm in
no,
the shit
fair.
because I've just realised we haven't had a honeymoon.
Yeah, well, you see,
And as
Noel,
well,
I was just going to say, Noel, you may bring the woman off
Can
on
we
a
edit
honeymoon.
this? Can this be edited?
Not a word about it. Tough
We
shit.
don't have to get.
You're going to hear everything.
I'm sure it could be, but we just don't know how to. And you said you got married in February. You didn't forget the anniversary hop, did you?
Listen, that's who have you been talking to? Who have you been talking to?
Oh, you bigger worries, Eddie. I tell you that.
I was very busy this year. It was a slight oversight.
Oh
She's been
my
on to you.
God.
She's been
That
on to
might
you.
be-
Yeah. She's very forgiving.
Let's just say if Noel turns up dead somewhere, we know who the number one suspect is.
Did I say how wonderful she was?
You did.
But she's the backbone of what we do. Without family and support, which is the whole thing, everything we do, we're not a tour operator. You know, we put a team together. We'll train you. We'll convince you that you can do it. Yeah. And I always tell lads, like, if I'm wrong, you know, you can murder me when I get home. You can call me every name under the sun, but I guarantee you're capable. This is anyone can do this.
Yeah.
Just put your mind to it. And
I think like going back to, as you were saying there, like you started off, you know, so you said you done a little bit of motocross and stuff, and you would have followed the Dakar rally and stuff like that, but that doesn't usually equate you to, you know, go and say, fucking, I'll give this a go.
There's 6 of us were stone mad.
So like, so had you ever even attended a rally before?
Not at all, no. We attended it on the television.
And that was it. Holy divine.
And then when we rocked into the paddock, just lined up our bikes. We didn't have gazebos, we didn't have shelter, we didn't have nothing. And we had a bit of a set up all the bikes, and I'm handy on the spanners and stuff, so I was always helping out everyone and making sure we were good to go. And I'm a kind of, not just with the spanners, but I'm a people person. I like to make sure everyone is on the ball, and you can see when lads are down or if they're up or down. And so we that's kind of part of the buzz for us, is the racing, the rally and mechanical in the side of it, but then there's the whole, just the spirit of the whole thing and the buzz of getting lads through this.
Well, I can relate to even what you said there about the fact of just finishing it. You know, it's like the lads in the sidecar that we had in here. The same thing. It's you know,
to finish it.
To try and get a place would be brilliant.
Yeah.
But just to finish
flag,
at the TT, you know what I mean?
It's the best feeling in the world, because we know that if we can keep these lads going throughout the week and keep their mental attitudes good, like we'd be singing, and there's a video there this year at Olympia, like, and it was a random moment. I was covered in black oil and all sorts from the tire changes and stuff. I was in the back of the truck, and I was grabbing a quick coffee, and one of the boys was in half dressed changing, and he had put a tune on the thing, and it was real catchy, and I just grabbed the mic. We have a boom box and a mic for a bit of crack. Yeah. The next minute, the two of us were dancing in the back of the truck. And the missus took a picture, and she thought it was a fitness video picture. Sure, because it's all covered in muck and oil, and the whole paddock watching us. Like, but it's just, you have to keep that camaraderie going, but that's part of the buzz, is knowing that these boys, the struggles that they'll have during the week, the stories they come in and telling each other all about. And then at the end of the week, you have the toughest, hardest men crying their eyes out.
Oh yeah,
you know, they all know me. I'm a hugger. Yeah. When we get to the end of the rally, there's tears, there's hugs. Yeah. Because the journey is not just the week. When you join up with us, we're not like a tour operator where you say, right, just drop your bike here at this date, and then it'll be here and here, and then good luck. I'm dealing with you for months. Yeah. Looking after you, looking after your bike, telling you what you need and not what you want. Like, so you know exactly what your budget is. It's up to you. Where you want to go. Yeah, and then so we take care of you all before that, and we do a bit of training, and then during the week of the rally, then you just become family because you're all in. You know, it's the endurance that's needed in this shit, basically. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a team, a real team effort, in fairness. But it's like, you know, I remember that with Billy Connolly. You know, you go camping as a young fella, and you get drowned, and you're feeling sorry yourself. I'm fucking never going camping again. And 2 weeks later, you're laughing about it. Yeah, it's like, you go to TT and the boys getting drowned in the tent. Do you know what I mean? At the time, now the boys felt sorry for themselves, but there was some laugh.
I didn't even bring me speedos.
I get it. I get it.
So, we do adventure raids as well, which are non-competitive. Yeah, but they can be as tough as a rally, because we do these 7 countries in 7 days, from Serbia, Bosnia, Croatia, all the way through, and but you're moving every day, which is stressful in itself. So we have to follow with the truck, set up, turn it into a mobile workshop every night, and just keep moving and get the bikes going, the bodies going, and that's unreal. It's a tough event, but that's the same style. But there's no there's no time clock. Yeah. But it's the same camaraderie as that. Like, but it's the journey.
So talk us through then, like, so say we're with Rally Red Iron then. So say I decided in the morning, I'm listening to this and I'm going, geez, I fucking fancy a bit of that. Yeah. What kind of clientele do you get? Like, what is it? People that have been...
The beauty with me is I get everyone from road racing, short circuits, motocross, enduro, green laners. One of the real fast lads that we have, Stephen Byrne in the Paddy Dakar. That man never raced a day in his life. Never did a motocross, never did enduro, never did anything like that. Hacked around the bogs down in Tipperary. And he's unbelievable.
No
unbelievable.
way.
He doesn't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
how good he is, like, but he is unbelievable because he has the mental attitude.
Yeah. That's a lot of it.
You know,
That's a lot of it.
He's brilliant. But that man, when he finished his first rally, the missus came over and thought he had a heart attack and he was dead, and I was crying beside him because I was there in tears. He was lying there on the ground. I walked over to him and he's just in tears crying. The man is built like a brick house. Like, he's tough. He's hard, and he just the emotions
To be able
because
to
he
finish that.
battled through all week, like, you know, and it was tough
That's
going.
unreal,
And, every rally is different, but the rallies, everything is with a rally. You make it as difficult as you want it to be, because you crack the throttle open a couple of degrees, suddenly things become way more technical. You know, but if you back off and you just want to finish a rally, I had an old boy, 60 years old, and he was a bucket list dream for him to come, and I toured him, both 60 and 61, and one of them was a very good trials rider. The other guy was a green laner, but he was two of them really disciplined, but neither of them weren't sure. They just wanted to finish or wanted to try and see, and the one guy that was on the trials, he was convinced he wouldn't make it the whole week. And I said, I know you will, because you're smart. You know, you're going to navigate properly. You're going to keep consistent. You're wise. Like, you will finish, I've no doubt. And it came to Thursday with him, and there was a short stage at the end of the day, and there was a buggy had crashed and blocked the track. So they decided to finish that stage, to close it off, not let anyone in, and balance out the points for everyone. And get everyone back, because it was just for safety reasons, didn't want people in the dark. He came in and he's the most polite man you would meet, never curses, an old farmer, and I'm not joking, you'd never heard a bad word of him, but he said everything but a fuck, giving out that he couldn't get into that stage. He said, I was just fuming, Matt. And I said to Jim, how many times did we have conversations where I was trying to convince you were capable of doing this? And here we are now, Thursday. 4 days into this. And you were giving out because you couldn't get into 20 kilometres of the stage. And then the other boy, he was on an old DRZ 400. He made history. He was only there to finish, and he was trail riding. So he was just puttering along on an old DRZ 400. Probably one of the hardest bikes to take to a rally because they're just so heavy and they're slow. But he just wanted to track along and trail ride it and finish, you know? But it meant now there was one night at 10 o'clock at night, there's no sign of him. And I'm up and down to HQ and I'm saying, have you got him on the tracker? Like, just where the hell is he? Like, I'm terrible worried. He should not be. But see, he was rocking up into a stage just barely on time to get into this because they have a cut-off point. But because they know the average speeds. But they didn't realise this old boy was just trail riding. So he should never been allowed in because he hadn't the speed to finish before dark and then get back. So he just barely made the cut-off point in of it, and then I'm there sitting. He walks in at 10 o'clock, not a beat of sweat of him, not a beat of worry of him. I'm there pulling my hair out, trying to work on the other lad's bikes, constantly checking and worrying and stressing. And he rolls in, and next to me he appears, and I'm like, where the hell have you been? I'm sure I was just tipping away there. It's nearly fucking 10 o'clock. Like, it's back dark. Like, I've been worried out of my skin for you. I've been up and down watching you on the tracker, and oh yeah, no, everything's gone.
Everything's gone. No, but it just falls away.
And then the same lad. So in the middle of the stages, if you have a 300 kilometer stage, they might break that into two stages. So about 150 kilometers is your fuel range roughly. So they'll break it up, and you have a window then. So you might stop here. You finish the stage at one point. Then you have about an hour of a break, and halfway along you have to pull into the service point where we'll be there waiting, and have the old ham and cheese sandwiches. And you get fueled up and all. But so I normally check the lads' time cards when they arrive, so that I know that I know how long it is to the start of the next stage. So I'll tell them, you've about 30 minutes here to relax, and then you have enough time to carry on and be in time before your start. So Martin appears. I look at his time card. I said, Martin, where the hell have you been for the last hour? I said, to finish the stage is only 5 minutes away. You've run out. Where have you been for the hour? Oh, I just fancied a hot meal. I saw a restaurant on the road here. I said, you're the first man in history in an international rally to pull in and have a hot meal.
He was doing it for the experience.
The beauty with him one of the days was that there was a short day, and the man was consistent and accurate, never made a mistake. And there was a short day, And he came in, and because the boys went out like wasps, they made a load of mistakes and got penalties and stuff like that. And he never missed a beat, never got a penalty. And he got a better time than the boys. And I'm not joking, there was nearly mutiny. They wanted me to tell him walk the plank. There was definitely something wrong. The organisation fucked up, something happened, and I said to the boys, right, before I go up here now, because I whatever you want me to do, I'll do. I'll go up here and I'll argue with the organisation and find out what happened there. But did you get any penalties? Because I know I did.
Yeah.
I know you got a 15-minute penalty, and I know you got a half-an-hour penalty.
Yeah.
You missed the speed. You went into a speed zone. You got caught.
Yeah.
And I did. Yeah. Well, how long do you think it takes to gather up 15 minutes?
Yeah.
And that boy has not made one mistake.
Honest
Didn't get one penalty.
Bar getting a 3-course meal.
Just sit down, grin and bear. That man, 60 years old, on an old DRZ 400, is battered. Bet you today, and just accept it.
Okay, class.
And none of them boys made a mistake or got a penalty the rest of the week.
Are you serious? Yeah. You have to learn the
I
hard way
try to
sometimes.
learn and teach lads to stay calm, and it's not all about just flat out.
Yeah.
You have to watch everything. Penalties. That's the most soul destroying thing, is a penalty.
Yeah.
Like the most beautiful thing you can have is on a rally is with the navigation to get a clear run. Yeah. Not make a mistake, not get a penalty, and know you've ridden as fast as you could navigate.
But it must be like just like going back on that, like just looking at some of the navigation points, because it's obviously not like, following the GPS as traditionally as what we would do. So when you get there, there's obviously an awful lot of rally where you will be questioning yourself, fuck it, did I take that right turn? Because as you said, there's not marked, there's no arrows going this way or that. So there's obviously a lot of parts where you're kind of going, fuck it, did I take the right? Am I in the wrong road? Am I going miles out of the way here? Do you know what I mean?
Oh no, we train the boys at the roadbook here, and I keep telling them, you have to trust your navigation and your roadbook. Trust no one else. Like in the bivouac, your teammates are everything. Like we work as a team together. There's no princess treatment. We keep our prices at a good rate that I don't have to bring loads of mechanics.
Yeah.
We work as a team. What you don't know how to do, I'll do for you.
Yeah.
If you're in bother tonight, I'll dig in there. We all work together as a team to get the bikes ready the next day, and then off we go. And but when you put the lid on and you're on the clock, that's it.
You're on your own.
It's your roadbook, and that's it. No one else.
Yeah.
And you don't trust anyone else.
Yeah.
If the lad in front of you turns left, you only go left if you're roadbook and you're confident that it's left.
Yeah.
Because, one of the worst problems is that you'd have a lad would pass you, or you catch up to a guy and he's a good rhythm. Yeah. So you're latching on to him, and it's a typical motocross trait as well. Like, it's just the elbows out. You want to go chase.
Yeah.
And I have it the whole time with lads that just latch on, and I'm a victim of it myself. You find someone that you can ride with and pull you on a bit. Like a faster rider is the best person to learn and to improve, because he'll pull you on. Because
you're trying to keep with him.
Oh yeah. The problem with rally in that sense is that you don't know him. Number one, you don't know how good he is, how fast he is, how much better he is, and how good a navigator. Because he could be a really good pilot and ride really fast, super talent. He might take you beyond your ability, and you might come into a corner way too fucking hot. And lose him. Yeah. Or he could be a shit navigator and he could be taking you miles the wrong way.
No one might fucking look now. I'd be the cunt now for flat out, right? I'd be following this fella, and no one might look the cunt to be heading for Australia.
You're over half a tank gone, Charlie be panicking anyway.
You'd end up following the postman or something.
Yeah, what's the story? Is there filling stations halfway on the runs now?
There's plenty of fuel.
That's all right.
And if you buy a new Core 450 from a shop in Gorey there, Rally Raid Ireland there, he sells the Core 450s now. You've got 30 litres of fuel in them, so you never need fuel.
You never need fuel. Just getting your leg over might be the issue. Do you know what I mean?
But you have to trust your roadbook, so you have to try and eliminate everyone else. Just use them as a guide. If they go the right direction, it's just a confirmation. The same with tracks in the ground. Sometimes there's clear marks that it's definitely this way. There's enough lads have gone through there. Everything is lining up, so they're confirmations.
Gotcha.
But you must be confident in your roadbook, so it's up to you, and that makes the best navigator. And then you're also looking in the distance, and you also the beauty roadbook is you don't just do one rally and learn, and then you think you can. That's it. Like you're forever learning in navigation with roadbook. Like there's every year we learn something new or another little trick, or you'll be talking to lads experienced and they give you a little tip on what to watch. And now, as you get a better navigator, you're reading 2 or 3 tulips at a time. You're not just reading one and then the next one and the next one. You can visualize a path, like, and you can see on the roadbook. Then sometimes they're only giving you a signal about something that's on the track, but it's more or less straight.
Yeah.
So that between 5 kilometers and 10 kilometers, it's just there's no real turn off. So just watch out. There's a couple of little things to watch, but other than that, just pin it.
Yeah.
If the next junction is a T junction, pin it. You just focus on your riding because it's a T junction. You just keep riding till there's a T junction.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
These little things, and we run adventure roadbooks here, and using back roads and boreens, and so we've tarmac options and some trail options, and that's
talk us through that now, because I know there'll be people now that'll be listening to this, and I think definitely, as we say, like I think that style of riding is huge, and I think the Irish Photo Rally is one of the things that's actually bringing that on, because I think for a lot of people, the buzz is actually finding the spot, even though you're following your sat nav, but to actually go, you go down
the roads they bring us.
I know, but that's what it's all about. Like, I mean, but you know what I mean, to actually get following this road for 6 kilometers or whatever it is, and then finding this little black, like as you say, it's class.
What we do with the trails is I'll find these little old byways, but they're well overgrown. There could be only a small gap in a ditch.
Yeah,
no one's gone up through in years. And I'll have it marked, and I'll have gone through, and but the lads will be driving up and down the road and be like, "Where is he sending us?"
Yeah,
I can't be sending us. And no, it has to be here. This is it, and off to go, and get lost in this little lane, and there's pure slop and mud, and there's grass overgrown, and there could be a bale of hay underneath, and I don't even know. But it's a great day out. We run them, several of them throughout the year, and now with the new software, we plan to run a bit of a series, because we can track you now, and if you miss a turn and you go too far, so if you go over 20 meters, you get a little penalty. So the better navigator you are, the cleaner your score will be, and that kind of stuff. So we're hoping to run a little series like that during the summer. All around the country. So, but
how do people get into that?
I was about to say now, just
really
going back
simple.
to the start. Like okay, so Joe Bloggs now is listening to this podcast, and he goes, okay, you have an interest, budget wise, who do I contact? What bike should I be looking at buying? Yeah. What budget should I be?
Well, there's 2 things. So there's the rally and the adventure side of it. So with the rallying, if a lad wants to go rallying, the first question I ask him is, do you want a bike dedicated for rally, or do you want a bike that you can enduro race, do the hare and hounds and enduro racing, and then go to a rally with that bike? So with an enduro bike, you can just stick a 12-litre tank on and resell the D&D navigation tablet now, and just put that onto the handlebars, and off you go. Simple setup. You can go all out and get big rally fairings and spend all sorts of money, but really that's all you need. Yeah. And then you come home and you can unbolt that gear and go enduro racing. Okay. But if you want a dedicated rally bike and adventure bike, then the Cove 450s have come on the market now a couple of years ago, and they're just, I am obviously biased because I'm selling them, but I'm only selling them just the same as the D&D navigation units. And I've been plagued now the last few years. I've been plagued from different companies. Oh, could you advertise this? Could you sell this to me? And I was like, no, look, it's not. I want to give options for my riders that I know work and are reliable. So even with the DMD units, the customer service, like if there's an issue, boom, it's sorted, it's fixed. They're a great bit of kit, and that's the only reason we're involved with them.
If you're going for this rally, like, is there the bike have to be scrutinised, or is there scrutiny, or what's happening?
Your bike has to be in top condition, and you run a medium to hard tires, enduro tires, and mooses. So you don't use tubes because you can't afford punctures. So there's a solid foam insert inside it. Yeah. So it's a basic setup, and then with the likes of the Coves, you can use them for rallying, you can use them for adventure riding. Okay. So we're doing Rome to Istanbul now in a couple of weeks' time, and they're all a mix of Coves and enduro bikes and stuff like that. So, and then in May, then we're going back out to Bosnia, Montenegro to an adventure raid there as well, but that's more like a training camp. Okay. So I have a lot of new guys on that with me now, and they've never done it before. So there's a couple of guys on enduro bikes, and there's some lads on some experienced lads coming on enduro bikes. There's other lads that are new and they're on their coves and stuff. So there's a mix. And I'll take the new guys. I'm going to ride that event with them. We're going to be riding with a bunch of local guys, staying in local hotels and having the proper cultural experience. Because a lot of times with other events we've done, I've been to these places before, but we've literally blazed through them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't get to experience
They're
them.
crossing every day, and it's go, go, go. And half the time we're like, was that Bosnia or Albania yesterday?
yeah.
You know, is this Serbia or where are we? You know, and you just, whereas this experience now, they run a Dinaric rally in Croatia, and now they want to run this adventure raid as a boot camp. So I'm bringing a pile of lads out, experienced lads, and they have the options of just the GPX track every day.
Right.
And we're camped outside Sarajevo the first 2 days in the mountains.
Okay.
And we'll do loops there back to the hotel every night, have a bit of crack, and the boys will have music and pit fires and all that kind of stuff outside the fancy hotel. And because they showed me the hotel, and I said, "Oh my God, it's an old ski resort, you know, and this looks this looks brilliant right in the mountains." I don't worry about the hotel. We're going to have a camp beside it, and we're going to have a fire pit, and we're going to have music and beers and barbecues and.
Savage.
Outside the hotel, yeah. Oh no, but this is going to be us. Like, this is going to be right crack. Like,
go ahead.
And now we have a bunch of Celts coming, so half the crew is Irish. The Celts are invading this. We're doing the reverse of what happened years ago, you know. But this is going to be a great experience because some of the new guys now that are new, I'll be able to take them instead of being doing it on back roads and borings here. These guys now will have their tablets on their bikes now, so they've everything they need. And we'll rock up, and I'll be the last to leave every day, and I'll take the new guys with me, and we'll ride off using GPS to get to the off-road sections, then switch to roadbook, and I'll be able to school them there and stay with them then, and then let them off then, and pick them up if any of them get lost behind them, and
that's going to be some
enjoy
person. And that Rome to Istanbul now, bring me back to that one.
Yeah.
What exactly is involved there?
That's a challenge. So it's a challenge to basically do it.
Just to do it.
Yeah, it's tough going every day.
Yeah.
We'll start in Rome and then we go down to Potenza. So we work our way down 2 days in Italy until we get to Bari, in the port of Bari, and then we'll all convoy and regroup together. Okay. And then we go on. There's that many between trucks and support and riders. I think there's 120 riders and vehicles, and then there's everything else attached to them. So we're actually booked out 2 ships from Bari. It's completely this event. We'll go on a convoy then up onto these 2 ships, and we'll spend the night on the ship. Then we'll sleep on the ship, and wake up next morning, and go off the ship, and we'll arrive in Albania, and we rock on through Albania, and then into Macedonia, and then drop down into Thessaloniki in Greece, and then cross into Alexandropol, then in Greece, right at the border, and then tip into Turkey then.
And what kind of bikes are lads bringing on this? Is this off road? Is it?
It'll be all off road. Yeah,
all off road.
It's following the old Ignatia. It's called the Ignatia Road. It's an old Roman supply route that they took. It was a trade route that they had from conquering Europe. So they were able to come all the way across from Rome as they were invading the countries. This was the route. This was like a road that they built specifically. That they could quickly get supplies all the way to the armies as they were going across Europe, conquering all these countries.
Jesus Christ, man, that's class.
It's an overgrown trail now, and so the boys have mapped it out. Some of it now is gone, but these lads know the terrain, so they just loop in a load of serious off-road into it. But the scenery is mind-blowing.
I'd say that.
In all of these places we go to, like, it's on another planet.
And what kind of skill set would a rider have to complete that?
Just a good off-road capability and stubbornness.
And stubbornness, yeah.
Pure stubbornness. Like, and also just a lot of the problem with these type of events is just these guys will put in a maximum amount of trail for the maximum rider. And what I try to tell my guys is, look, they're making sure that the hardiest, fastest rider that won't be bored.
Yeah.
But they also have these escape routes, two or three on the route as the day goes on, that when lads have had enough, they can peel off and go to get to the next hotel, like, and not be coming in the dark or riding these mountains in the dark.
Right. All right. Okay.
But do you think any of my boys
would do it? No.
They're stubborn as
yeah, but that's the Irish, you see.
Yeah, they just think, no, I have to finish. I have to keep going.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this crew now, and a lot of them are experienced and some of them are new, but I'm hoping they'll get the message that you come lunchtime, and it's the same if you're traveling the Tet on your own or something, like if you're driving on any tour or any off-road kind of a trip, you'd always assess the darkness in every country. So you always know when is it going to be dark, and you'll work backwards. Right? Well, I need to be at this place, and then at this time, I can't. At lunchtime, you'll have a fair idea whether you're going to make it off-road or not. So I'm hoping that these guys will assess the situation at lunchtime, where exactly they are, and how long it's taken them to get there that morning. And then say, right, I think we've had enough, or we might pull off, like, because there's no medals for finishing every bit.
Well, it's only it's training, so it's not like an actual rally. You know?
No. So. It's just like they just want to be able to say at the end of the week.
Like back to what we said, I want to finish. I want to finish.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And come here, what kind of bikes? Like, say if someone, when I presume you advertise this, and then people contact you. It would be certain people you have to say, no, I don't think you'd be really able for it.
Yeah, no, we make sure we've built a small business. We're a limited company, but we're a small business, husband and wife, and a family business. But it's, it is a business. As much as she'll laugh at me because she knows the books better than I do, because it's all about passion for the two of us.
Yeah.
But now we have a truck. I have to grow up a little bit. I have to be responsible, and where before I'd never have to look for deposits and stuff. Now I have to do I really have to? He tells me he's going,
Yeah.
So she keeps me on the straight and narrow and keeps the business running right. And of course, I'm a devil. Like, if I can help someone, I will.
I know.
But so it's it's very much that we have to. Keep it in a business.
So somebody will ring up. So people could potentially. Somebody has probably seen the flyer and has called up and said, "I wouldn't mind doing that."
I'll assess them, and I'll ask them, like, what type of bike you're riding, or what skill have you done, or what have you done, and I'll know with this event whether there's a class. And in fairness, most of the things we do, there's even at the rallies, there's a full on FIM rally, but parallel with that, there's an adventure class, non-competitive. So they'll give you routes, and they'll sticker you up. You're part of the team. So I'll always have a couple of lads in, like, I'll have a team doing the rally, and I'll have a couple of lads doing the adventure aid. But no one knows any different. They're part of the team. It's just some lads don't want to be doing competition or the road book. They just want to be a GPS and a bit of crack and be part of the whole experience. So, but I'll always know from guys for the different events, because I get some guys. Especially lads on Tenerife that just see the videos now of Paul Tarras doing all sorts of shit with the T7, and like they're on a different planet. Like, and then they're riding their T7s in the woods, and they can get over logs, and they can get over little things and that. Like, and it's great. Like the Tenerife, I have one myself, and I love it. But these big bikes will do everything. But in a rally environment, you have to cover 300 or 400 kilometers. If you drop that bike 2 or 3 times in the day, the fatigue alone. Of lifting that thing and taking your breath. It just, and trying to explain to these guys, look, I know you're capable of riding the Tenerife up this mountain here right now, but do that for 300 kilometers on that bike and drop that bike a couple of times, or get it bogged and have to wait and get help and lift it out. Or and the other side of it is, when you're riding the big bikes and they come down, it's violent, like. And poor old Eric used to be, I remember him on the big bike, one of the first years, like, he had a 950 and this thing was an animal. But he lost run of himself chasing 2 lads on 450s into a corner. Now, a 950 will not come into a corner and brake on gravel the same as a 450 will.
It's not as flickable.
So, I'd say he left that story over into it.
So he's finally, with the Cove now, it's one of them things where it's the small, but he used to struggle on the small bikes, and he loved the big bikes because they fit him, because he's a big man. So now he seems to have gelled with the 450 Cove, because it's that in between. It's a proper rally bike. It's not a small bike. It's not a big bike. It's just bang on for him. So he's really happy on that now at the minute. So he's looking forward to coming back now.
No, he spoke very highly of the bike and yourselves and that when we had our chat there earlier on. I suppose that was obviously last year at this stage. But so on from that then. Say you were telling us a little bit about, say for the normal Joe, so for someone that has a like say more of a road going bike? Do you run a sort of
we run these adventure road book days. So we started last year. We do level 1 and 2 courses for the road book. So people that have absolutely no clue and that don't really want to get too complicated, I make a very straightforward road book so that every single junction is marked. So if they take one step at a time, it's nearly impossible to make a mistake.
Okay.
But it means that it's easier for them. We even do ladies' days only. So we had a fantastic session there last year. We did a free ladies' day introduction to it. And
I'll go on that one.
it's funny you say that because Eric was mad to come down that time.
I'll help you instruct
He
them
was
that way.
mad to come down and instruct them.
You can tell them there's 3 more instructors.
No, you can keep me the fuck over. I'm a happily married man. Thanks very much. You two boys.
No, the women actually loved it, and they were all on road bikes. There's no interest in off-road or anything like that, you know.
Well, I actually spoke to a girl, Janet, and she
Janet,
had done it, and
yeah.
she spoke so highly of it, and she actually told me to
Yeah.
give you a shout and say hello.
Yeah.
She spoke so highly of it.
No, they had a blast now. They had a
Brilliant.
blast, yeah.
So talk us through it again. So
basically,
you can, any bike, any rider,
any bike, you just need a phone on your bike charging up all the time, and
that
preferably.
rules shout straight away, even though I've been on to them for about 3 years to get. Well, that's a whole other story.
Preferably an Android phone, because a lot of these software, just the iPhones and stuff like that, it's just they never work as well. But the Android a cheap old Android phone, we'll get you set up on it, and your road book will be on that. And all you have to do is tap the screen and bang, it'll just roll away up, and you ride away. But we'll give you a schooling before you go. So that you understand everything during the day, and you could have 150, 200 kilometre day, so it's a full day out. And we'll have a lunch stop in the middle where we'll meet up and have a bit of crack and talk. And it's great because the lads, and what I find with lads will come down and they'll think, sure, this is a piece of piss, like, you know. And as soon, how hard could it be? Like, sure, it's telling you at 3 kilometres turn left, 4 kilometres. And as soon as you say to yourself, this is a piece of piss, next minute you're gone by a junction.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh shit! Where am I going? I have it the whole time. Or lads, some lads that are OCD, and no matter how many times I tell them, just because the road book says 4.5 kilometers, your trip meter, this thing is written from a satellite in the sky. So it's a physical GPX line, but it's written from a satellite. So like, if you're riding left 1 minute, right the next minute, there's a little cumulative error adds up. So you might your trip might be out a little bit, like 200 or 300 meters.
Yeah.
And I've had OCD lads out with me, and you'd be riding behind them. Next minute they stop dead in the road, and there's no turn off, but their trip says there's a turn off here at 4.5, and all is there someone's driveway, and they're arguing with me. I've written the road book, and they're arguing with this is wrong. I said, but maybe it's just 2 telegraph poles up there. See the little, you can even see, not like in a rally, there's actually a sign on the road to tell you there's a left up here.
All the smoke.
But so to get around that, like, we have a bit of crack with that. And then what we do is we pair lads off as well, so that you will take the first 6 boxes.
Yep.
And then, or randomly, 6, 10, whatever. Randomly you put your hand up and the lad behind you has to take over.
Okay.
If he doesn't take over, now you've caught him rotten, because he's just latched on and he's not stayed on his road book, so he should be scrolling on all the time and know where he is.
Yeah.
And in a rally, you see, that's what happens. You'll latch on, someone will pass you, or you catch up with a rider, and the biggest mistake you can make is latch on to him.
Yeah.
And not stay on your navigation, because you can latch on to him and ride, but if you don't stay on your navigation and trust that he's going right and you're confident in your road book, that lad could be the fastest rider and the shittest navigator.
Yeah.
And he could be taking you kilometres the wrong way. You're so busy now with the elbows out trying to catch him, the red misses on. So, and that's how I train them to get that out of their heads. I get them to ride in pairs, and if they can't take over, now they realise how quickly you can be like a sheep.
Yeah.
Just like an instant, you can be the best in the world, but you've turned into a sheep now.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a silly, stupid thing to do, but it does work. And we have a bit of laugh, you jeer the crap out of them then,
Yeah.
And what I tell the boys as well is do a false right or left as well.
And see does anybody cop
See
it.
does he follow you up the road.
Yeah.
And then turn around and say, I fucking caught you rotten.
Honest to fuck, yeah,
We should
yeah.
have turned left there.
It's not for me, so because
No.
I be fucking, I be tailing the fella in front,
no.
and
My heart to be brought. It'd be the most stressful
Yeah.
day I'd have ever had.
But no, we find we get an awful lot of guys that, we want to promote roadbook navigation and rally, and not just what we're doing. Like we obviously, our whole purpose is to get lads rallying, because I'm so passionate about rallying, and that buzz that you get from the roadbook navigation and the racing, and then that's one aspect, the whole bivouac side of it, the community and the spirit, and it's just amazing. And not alone the scenery and stuff, but like the roadbook navigation gives a whole new way of riding around the place, even on tarmac. You know, we done a lovely roadbook all up around the coast and all, and it's just, it brings people to places. I've brought lads that live on these roads and have been up little back roads and borings because they've never had a reason to go up them.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, I've been up this, I live right down the road. I've never been up here.
Yeah,
And it's stunning,
But do you, just on that, right? So say in Ireland now, right?
Yeah.
Just with some of the rallying, like you're explaining there in parts of Europe and stuff. Is there routes that exist here in Ireland that you can do similar, like where you go for a long distance? No.
We just don't have the distance. We don't have the off-road terrain.
Yes.
Like most of our stuff is,
Privately owned.
quilty stuff, and it's you'd never have the distance to really put in a proper rally here. So what we do is we use back roads and borings and roads that are unpaved and gravel stuff, and find old roads that are laneways and stuff that are legal byways.
Yes.
And link them all together. So everything is, legal and by the book.
Yes.
And, but they're all overgrown, so they're a bit of crack. So
Yes.
with the likes of them, where I'd send a lad up 500 metres of a sloppy old lane,
Yeah.
they've forgotten that they've been on 10 kilometres of old boring. All they talk about is that sloppy bit or an old water crossing or something that I sent them across.
I get you.
And that water crossing, they come in and you swear they've ridden across Niagara Falls, and they're on a big road bike and a big GS or something, and they've never got a dirty before.
See, that's gas. That's funny. Yeah, you often see that. I often see that as well. Not even a venture bike myself.
Yeah.
Would you see lads with like the classic is the GS rider?
Yeah.
The big boxes on the side, the box on the back, the bags on the front, the crash rails, the grab rail, the bottle holders, the fucking everything, and he would never take it off road.
And you know what? I laughed at the GSs for a long time. I laughed at all that. They're all heading to Lara with their shiny boxes.
Down to Lara for the breakfast.
I knew the bike was supposed to be a good bike and all, and I purposely never rode one because I said, no, I can't. No. And I remember I'd helped out a guy one day, and he asked me to bring back a bike for him from Blessington, and I did, and I didn't really think about it. And I always said to myself, don't ever ride one of them because you might like one. I was slagging the boys to have them. So you can't go down that road. And I rode this GS back, and I'm not joking. I got home and I drove it into the yard, and the missus looked at me and she says, oh no, I can see by you. Because I just got off the bike and I just stood there, looked at it, and I said, that is incredible.
Go away. Loved it.
Fucking GS is incredible. It was now 1200. I went and got an 08 GS 1200.
Yeah.
And I had spoked wheels on it, so I put knobblies on it then, and they're an incredible bike.
Yeah.
And the amount of lads on sports bikes that have come off sports bikes onto GSs begrudgingly, because they've accidentally got a spin on them and realised this thing can move and my back's not broken.
No, 100%.
But I had to get rid of it. I had to get rid of the GS because I was constantly wrecking routes and stuff like that. So sometimes I'm going in the gap of a ditch and stuff, and the two big cylinders, I get myself wedged in them. And I said, I'm going to wreck this thing. And it's a grey old bike, so the Tenere came out then and I grabbed that. But I remember one day I was going in through a place and I had to go up this big bank, but it was a V shape, real steep and sharp. And I said, this thing is too low to the ground. I'm just going to bank this up there, but maybe I can shimmy it if I go up there. So I went up to the top, and next minute I was seesawing at the top. And I had banked this GS up about 5 foot on a bank. And I said, this is too cool not to take a picture. I had to take a picture of the bike sitting up there in this V-shaped bank.
Fuck off,
wedge. And then I had to get off. Then I'd get back on it, and I had to dig the ground a bit first underneath to try and get it flat. And then I was shimmying it, but then with first gear on, And I was like, Jesus, you know, at any second this fucking thing's going to get traction. I'm gone. I eventually got off it, but that was it. Then I said, no, look, you're going to get yourself in trouble here with this.
With D-Jokes, yeah. So what do you use now? The Cherco?
No, the Cove 450.
Or sorry, the Cove.
Yeah,
The Cove. Yeah,
the Cove 450 now. It's just,
yeah, I heard it. I wouldn't have known them. To be honest, I never even knew it existed. But Eric Dawn, I do remember taking that after an interview we had with him. He absolutely fell in love with it.
They went to Dakar in 23. There's a load of Chinese and Indian companies out there at the moment. And like this Hero is one of the best rally bikes out there in Dakar. Like they're Indian, but we can't buy one. Like they're not used
European
production. Like,
yeah,
mass production. So, so the Cove came out in 23, but they had said we're going to do the Dakar, and they were a pure Chinese team with the original Chinese bike, first in history. It was never done before, and the first Chinese team. And we were looking at this, and then they said not only that, but we're going to develop this bike and produce it for Europe and the world. Like the normal Joes can have these production level bikes. So you'll have a pro rally bike that's raw, and then you'll have a standard bike that will conform to regulations with ABS and all the other sensors and bits and bobs, there's cats and all that in them. But they were going to be available to us. And that piqued my interest fierce. And I said, so when they finished Dakar, I was like, Jesus, there's something in this. Yeah. And then in 24, I ended up out in Saudi at the Dakar with Orno Kelly, and every night I try and make time to go over to the Malay Moto boys that were riding these Coves. Because if you're mad enough to do Malay Moto, which is basically working on your own with no support at the Dakar, you're mad enough to do that and use a Chinese bike. There's got to be something in this bike.
Absolutely,
So every night I was over chatting with them boys, like, how are you getting on? Any issues? No. And I was like, from then on, I was like, right, I have to have one of these.
Yeah.
And so I came back from Dakar. I was getting ready to bring a team out to Olympia Rally in Greece, and the boys Cove Ireland, Nicky and Gavin, Craigie.
Oh yeah.
They were like, look, no, I'm involved in the motocross committees, so we were at some meetings, and they said, look, we want to sit down and have a chat with you. And I didn't know. I said, yeah, I need to get the team ready, and when I come back from Olympia there, sure, I'll call up and have a chat. I didn't know what to talk about, but they were bringing in these Coves, and they said, look, you're totally the right person here to be selling these. Like, this is right up the street. Yeah. I said, well, I actually was wanting to talk to you about buying one, because I'm mad for one.
Yeah.
So, these things, I know what they're like. I've been out watching them and seen, but they're one of these companies where they're so honest. If you watch the Dakar there, every time there's an issue or one breaks down, they'll have a full report up on Facebook and social media telling you this pipe burst here, but we know why it burst. This is what we're going to do to fix it. So it never gets to the production level.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So they're out there racing and testing these bikes. Sherco and all these other bikes, they're great. The Yamahas and all that, KTMs and whatever, but there's no transparency. When they break down, KTMs break down if there's a mechanical issue.
Yeah.
They get them inside them tents in the Dakars that fast, and no one can even look and see what happened.
Yeah.
And they'll cover everything down, and they'll get it back out. Nobody will know.
Yeah.
Whereas Cove are so transparent, and they've said it from the day one, we're going to be completely honest and transparent.
Yeah.
We know the stigma that's here, so we're going to tell you exactly what goes wrong and what we do to fix it. And now they have a bulletproof bike.
That's unreal.
Before they hit Europe, they were in America and they were in Australia and all that, because they don't have to deal with Euro 5 emissions and all that crap that we have to deal with.
Right, yeah.
So the reviews were phenomenal. So I already knew, like, they were already tested out in the world.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, just like the navigation units, I want to get involved in these, like, 'cause these are the business. And I was seeing in the rally paddocks, normally it was always KTMs and Huskies.
Yeah.
But now it was Coves were coming everywhere.
Go away, fuck,
They were just
and are
coming
they
everywhere.
expensive?
They're 10 grand out of the box. It's cheaper. I basically take the standard bike, and I have a kind of a bespoke build, so I have a full set of options. And but I'll take the Cove and I strip off all the crap, the sensors and the switches, everything that's regulations and Euro 5 crap, and take out the CAT system and put in a nicer exhaust system in it. But by the time I'm finished with all of that, it's still cheaper than a standard enduro bike.
Yeah.
That's
you know,
unreal. Yeah,
and
yeah,
you can
yeah,
buy a
yeah.
standard enduro bike for rallying, and now you have to go spend 300 quid on a tank.
Yeah, yeah.
And the few other bits and pieces. But with the Cove, it's the most underrated and overrated bike that people are aware of. Because some people think it's underrated, that it's because they're into the rallying scene. They think it's, you know, it has to be a KTM or Husky.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Which are the same thing.
It's
in a
far
lot.
from it. It's well capable. And then it's overrated because some people just think, it's too much bike. It's just a race bike. But
Yeah.
it isn't.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when you ride it slow in the technical slow stuff, pattern her out, it's like that old DRZ 400.
Yeah.
It's just a planted bike that it's not going to snare on you. It's not going to be snatchy.
And what are they just 450s, is it?
single cylinder, but they have a cush drive rear
Okay.
standard.
Holy
They have a
Jesus.
6-speed gearbox. They have an oil cooler on them with nearly 1.9 litres of oil. So like
Yeah.
it's not like the KTMs where you have to drop oil every 10 hours and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you have huge range like that. You also have 30 litres of fuel if you wanted. So you have two tanks at the front that are 7 litres each, 14 litres.
Yeah.
And that's more than enough. And what I do is I isolate the rear tank. I put a little isolator tap in there so that you can just use the rear tank as a reserve with 2 or 3 litres. Because there's about 18 litres going to the back of that.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to
yeah,
be carrying that stuff around. Like.
No, no.
Now,
for
the
sure.
beauty is if I went down to Morocco and I get off the boat in Morocco and I have like 600-700k to get to the good stuff, because there's not petrol stations everywhere, I would fill that Cove to the neck. Now I can ride for about 700 kilometres nearly.
Yeah, I get you.
Get down
I
to the
get
good
you.
stuff and then just fill me front tanks and play away. And
I work away. Yeah, 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 yeah.
so it gives you great options. But for me now, I'm going to ride that in Bosnia in the adventure raid, doing it, exploring and adventure riding and a bit of road book boot camp. And then I'm going to race that myself, and then going back racing this year and going into the Greece rally in September. And all I'm going to do is change the tires and mousses. That's the only thing.
That's the only
have to
thing
do.
you're going to have to do. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I adventure riding down Bosnia, Montenegro in May, and then September just change the tires and mousses, and then
Away you go.
race it.
Jesus
So you
Christ,
can do
yeah.
one lad, German lad, came down last year. He rode the Cove from Germany down to Greece on the roads.
Mm-hmm.
Came in around the paddock then, looking would anyone sell tires and mousses, and so we were helping him out then, and we didn't know his story. He just told me, like, I said, "Jeez, are you mad? Like, you know, riding the 450 all the way down there." I said, "No, this thing is amazing. I'm riding it down and I'm praying to God I can find someone that'll sell me, because I can't carry all the gear."
Yeah,
But he
yeah,
was
yeah.
travelling for 6 months, and this was his first rally. Never done a rally before, so we gave him a few tips and helped him out, and helped him get sorted. And all week, then we just said, "Look, if you need it, and just whatever, just give us a shout. We'll help
Sure.
out." And then so he finished the rally, and then he rode across, and he was doing the Tet Greece, and then he went off to the Hellas rally. Then he went and he was doing one in Romania and Albania.
Jesus Christ.
He
No,
was
what a-
working his way through rally, and every time just going in, knowing full well that with the spirit of rally, that
Yeah.
someone would help him.
help him out. Yeah, yeah. Honest to God,
No.
yeah.
Yeah,
Goes
but
to show you they're a fair up.
The bikes are a weapon, yeah. Like
Yeah.
for the money, it's the thing is they're well proven now, and for
Yeah.
the money, but they're doing more.
No,
they're doing the
there's
800s.
also been
as well.
that stigma at the moment because it's a Chinese bike. But
Yeah.
look, let's go back to the 60s, the TT, you know,
Yeah.
and it was all Nortons and Triumphs and all that. Do you know what I mean? And they laughed at the Japanese bikes. They
Yeah.
laughed at them,
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
you know, and that's what they did.
Yeah.
But look at it now.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? And but it was the
Yeah.
same thing, you know, constant research and development, R&D, like just constantly updating, like you're saying. And you know, as I said, you look at the Chinese market for bikes, the Asian
Massive.
market compared to
Oh,
Europe
yeah.
is nothing,
Not
nothing.
a drop in the water.
So
no,
they, you
no.
know, they've got the
You look at the overall bike sales numbers, and like even if you compare them, like say like Baja
yeah,
to Honda,
Yeah.
or do you know what I mean? They're not even.
no.
a drop.
What's happened with the Chinese motorcycle industry is the reason they have just wiped the floor with everyone. Is the one thing the Chinese couldn't do 10 years ago was metallurgy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they couldn't cast steel, they couldn't cast aluminium properly. It was all, they just couldn't crack that. Like their engines were porous, their swing
Yeah.
arms were porous, things would break, and they could never crack that.
Yeah.
And KTM and Yamaha and a lot of these big companies, they needed to. They were greedy. You know, they had the market sewn up, but they were greedy, so they wanted to save money and make more money. And instead of keeping engineering and that precious trade secrets and keep manufacturing in their own countries, they went off to China and showed these boys exactly how to pour metal. How to make engines last, how to make swing arms, how to make everything work and be reliable. That was the only piece of the puzzle that was left for the Chinese. Yeah. And they cracked it.
They cracked it, yeah.
And they were showing exactly what to do, where they were going wrong. And then the KTM and Yamaha were building engines by the Chinese, were just flat out doing that. The car industry blew up, in the electric car industry, blew up in China.
Oh, it's way ahead. The Teslas and everything.
What the Chinese did they shared that with the motorcycle industry. And you look at all the bikes now coming from China, the CFs and even the Cove 100 Tourings and all them. The tech that's on that bike is far superior to the KTMs and the Yamahas. And the cost level is so much cheaper because the motorcycle industry haven't, like Yamaha have to work on their own and develop their bit of tech. KTM work on their own and build their bit of tech. The Chinese said, here, we have the best tech for the electric cars. Like, we know what you want. We'll share the tech, give it to the bike industry, and they've worked together. And now that's why they've just wiped the floor. Because they're able to make it cheaper, obviously. But the quality is there now. You know, even in the plastics, like 10 years ago, if you looked at a Chinese bike, the fairings that still have the flashing on from the molding, like, you know, they'd be brittle. That cove, you can bait that cove around the place. And
no bother.
Like.
And just, you know, going back on the bikes then as well, so say for the people that, do you do any in the UK? Just I'm trying to, like, the point I'm trying to make, I know there will be genuine people listening to this podcast and go, geez, I fancy a bit of that, but I'm not going to go out and spend you know, buy a new Cove or whatever. So what would be an entry level? So say someone...
Look at, when it comes to the bikes, it's you spend exactly what you need. Like I will tell you what you need and what you want. So once your bike, like I have a bike coming on around to Istanbul, it's a 2013 Husselberg 350. Brilliant bike, great bike, but he knows he needs to replace every bushing, every bearing, everything. It needs to be gone through. Doesn't need to rebuild the engine. Once the valve clearance and once it's running right and the valves, everything is serviced to the last and looked after. Fork seals, the whole lot. The bike needs to be in top condition, but doesn't need to be a brand new bike. And one of the things we work on is a kind of a karma thing, and with him in particular, my missus is always giving out to me because I hoard stuff. And years ago, I helped out an old boy, and he gave me a 15-litre tank, and he said, "Here, just give that to someone you might think it needed someday." It sat on my press for the last 3 years. And he came up to me one day because he was looking. I have a 16 350, and I thought my tank would fit. And I said, "Listen, if my tank fits, you can borrow it, you know, and save you buying a new one." So that was grand. He came up, and my tank didn't fit, and I could see by him, it's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna have to order one now. It's 300 quid or so." And I said, "But hang on now, I may have a bit of karma here." Looked up at the top of the press, there was a 15-litre tank. Because it was he had slightly older model, and boom, she fitted. And I just said to him, "Here, there you go.
There you go.
That's karma. That's been passed on to me to pass on to someone that needs it. This is the moment. Karma's done."
Isn't that great though?
But then he turned around because I had sold him a DMD unit. He turned around then and he says to me, "Well, here, I'm going to do one better. I'm going to pass it on." He went out and he got me a sat-nav unit. And he said, "I was going to ask you to sell that. But now, will you please go and find someone? You will know someone eventually. Will be stuck and need this." I said, You're not going to believe it. But I have an old boy that's taken onto the trails for the first time. And he'll be fucking delighted with this. I'll set that up, put all the maps and everything on it. He's going to Portugal this year. And I'll pass that karma on.
Isn't it great? I know this is great.
But that's the way we work with barter.
But you know, it boils back to the same thing as always. The biking community are there to help each other. I tell you, even though we're not into the, like, you know, you're riding, I'm onto the road bikes. But the amount of lads out there on road bikes
yeah.
that will fucking bend over backwards.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They will.
And it's great, like it's absolutely
Never ceases to amaze me. Like lads will throw you an exhaust or something there that they'd handy get 300 or 400 euro for. They'd fucking rather see you have it and you get the use of it. You know what I mean? It's mental.
We've been blessed because we form a bond with the riders, not just the riders themselves. But we really get to form a good bond with everyone, and like we wouldn't be where we are now without the support of really good people behind us. Like some of the, Kieran Hayes and Megabikes are great supporters over the years. Nicky and Gavin Craig and CCM, they've just been brilliant. They've loved, like when we started, nobody knew us.
Yeah.
And people are saying, there's no money in this. Like, why are you doing it? Because I love it and no one is doing it and I want to do it. And I just love this, and I know other people are going to love it and they can do it. I can convince people that they will finish and do these things. And so over the years, I kind of, because nobody knew who we were just nobodies over the years. Like it was just, we built a reputation. Like it was the riders who grew us. We have no internet, we have no forums.
It's word of mouth,
and every rally we go to with the teams, them riders go off and they tell their buddies, and next minute they'll be back.
Yeah.
And then they'd have others, and it just spread like wildfire. And it was like one big family.
Yeah.
Because like we're 9 years now, 8 years, 9 years, 9 years since I done my first rally, but it's 8 years on the go with doing rally support and training, and we've no website because it's just grown with a community and a family that and reputation and word, and people trust us, and it's just been magic. But the support from the riders.
So if someone wants to contact you, so if there's no website, is there a contact number or?
There will be a website very soon. It's been worked on, but we've social media and Facebook.
And what should you be looking for on
just
on
Rally Raid Ireland.
Rally Raid Ireland, okay.
And we'll come up, but it's.
What's your goals now for the future? Plan. You know what I mean? Where do you see it going now? Are you just going to?
My dream was someday I would have introduced someone to rally that would end up in the Dakar Rally.
Okay.
And
right.
in 2023, Oran O'Kelly stole me thunder. He rang me up. We had this guy. We were out at Hellas Rally in Greece, and we noticed this Oran O'Kelly was liking all our stuff and was commenting, "Well done, guys! Brilliant job! Looks brilliant." And I said to Bex one day, I was like, or she asked me, "Who's Oran O'Kelly?" Because I know, I've got to know everyone that'd be interested in it, and I said, I haven't a clue. I bet you it's probably some Yank, that's O'Kelly. It could be anyone.
Yeah.
And because it doesn't look like he's from Ireland, like, so it's it's probably and so I came back from the rally, and the next minute I got a message, could we have a call sometime? So I got a call. Next minute he came on and he was like, "Look, at Oran O'Kelly, I live in the UAE, but I'm doing Dakar next year, but I need your help. I need help with licenses, and I need help with the FIM stuff. I want to do it as an Irish. I'm Irish, but I'm living in the UAE, but I know." He'd been that far out of Ireland that he had no links in the community. He didn't know anyone. No one knew him. So I was like, "You're Irish. You're doing the Dakar."
Yeah,
that's all you have to say.
Yeah,
I'm 100% on board. So we did fundraising for him. We did a night in the Helix with Charlie Borman and Philip McCallum and Jeremy. It was just a brilliant night fundraising. I did Adventure Roebuck runs, and we raised a few quid for him. But we raised awareness and got his name out there. And it was just I didn't care who he was, but we were supporting this Irish guy. And
I remember seeing it. I remember seeing it, and I'll be honest,
he was the first man in 10 years to do
it. Nicky Craig done it.
Nicky Craig did it 20 years ago. Yeah.
Fair
there was
play
a
to him.
10-year gap, and the Dakar had changed in them 10 years. Like, it's a totally different animal now.
That's mental.
Back then they were on big 650s and 750s, and they had they brought in the small bikes because the big bikes were getting too fast. But sure, now look at it. They have speed limiters. The 450 rally bikes, they have a speed limiters on them, and they have warnings. They get a speed penalty when they go over 160.
Jesus Christ!
Off road,
that's unreal. Yeah,
it's nice seeing some of them bikes getting scattered.
No, it's crazy. Like the speed in the Dakar now is it's gone nuts because they have the data now, and they show the data one day. Some of the riders on the stages, the average their average for the whole day is 50% full throttle.
Jesus Christ, that's so cool. When does the Dakar be? As I tell you, what time of year does the Dakar?
January.
It's January, is it? All right, okay.
I'm going over in December with John. I ended up going to Saudi to support Oran at the Dakar in 24, and then as we're finishing up the Dakar, then his father, Jono, says, listen, remember I told you to make sure and have an international license? I said, yeah. And you're in a no panic home. I said, no. I said, there's a Dakar truck needs to be brought 2,000 kilometres across Saudi back near to Dubai.
Go away.
On for it. I said, oh, wait, what? So that was grand. Yeah, I rang the missus. Yep, I'm going to be a little late. So got into this truck, and he said, "Oh, by the way, they said there was a small trailer behind it." I said, "What?
Yeah.
I have a rigid license now. It doesn't matter your truck license. That's it. Out here, there's no rules, there's no taco, there's no nothing."
Yeah.
And he says, "Yeah, no bother." I went and looked at this truck. The trailer was as big as the fucking truck. The jacked up. I was nearly as tall as the top of the wheels. Like the horsepower in this thing, it frightened you. You know.
Go away, the fuck.
And how I wasn't arrested going across there because it was crazy. But yeah,
go away.
And now we're going back in December now to bring a lot of trucks from the port. We have to do 2 runs, 2,000 kilometres now. Bring the Dakar trucks across. Ready for Dakar in January. Jesus
Christ, man, that's going to be some experience. Fucking unbelievable. Yeah. You're what they call living the dream, so you're living the dream.
Living the dream, yeah, but very much only because of family and support. And,
I know.
Even the riders themselves, like the support from the teams, like we've a big community there now. And we love what we do. But if anyone's interested in getting into rally raid, as a rally, as an event, or adventure raids, because what we do with our adventure raids are different to just an off-road tour. You're part of a team, and we work together, and there's support and there's backup, and I'll never bring someone beyond to an event beyond their abilities. Because it's all about safety. And in rallies, the funny thing with rallies is you're never as terrified and excited at the same time when you're in a rally, but you also feel safe because you've got medics scattered around the mountains. There's a tracker on you, so they know if your bike comes to a sudden stop, so there's a great safety end of it. It's amazing. And generally the tracks are closed, so you can ride as fast as you can off-road. There might be an old one in a Hilux with a few bales that she's living up there and she hasn't read the news of the rally on her back door, but other than that, it's generally closed. But the adventure raids are a really good way of seeing these places as well, because again, they come with first aiders and backup and support and but it's
Jesus Christ, it's interesting. It's after opening my eyes to it anyway, I'll tell you that, and that's for absolutely sure. I don't know if myself and Charles be.
Well, I'm delighted it opened your eyes, because you were half asleep there a few minutes ago.
No,
it's addictive. We always warn people that when you get involved with us, it's very addictive. Because the rally itself is addictive, because you could win the rally today, you could go do the same on tomorrow, and you could be last. It's not like a motocross track where you can learn the track and become better and better and better. In rally, the weather changes, the terrain changes, the difficulty in the navigation. Like there's so many variables. It's so addictive. And then the whole experience in the bivouac and the crack that goes on. There is some serious crack goes on in the bivouac. The laughs and the cries and we set up the truck. Converts from transport into a workshop and a dressing room and the whole lot. And so we have the line of gazebos there. And over the years, we started off with 24 MX gazebos, and over the years, we've put money back in. Anything we made, we tried to put back in and buy a branded roof. And then we got better and better. And then this year, then we finally had a full row of branded gazebos, and I got half walls done.
Savage,
and the boys rocked up, and we're like, holy shit. We look like a professional team, and we do. We look well now, So
but it's a testament to you.
But we've over the years now. We've worked well with all the other teams in the paddock. So now we've become from nobody's years ago to one of the most respected teams in the paddocks now. At any rally we go to,
brilliant.
And everyone, even when I was out with the Dakar, I didn't realize like how many people I knew. This little nobody from 9 years ago that knew no one, wasn't, Now he's walking around the Dakar paddock and people know him and I know them and...
Brilliant.
Yeah. It's just mind-blowing how life, a couple of little decisions in life...
Yeah, absolutely,
sends you down a path.
And you see, it's the same with what we're into on the biking scene. When we travel to different rallies and stuff, you get to know a fella and you get to know a fella.
You do, but it all comes down to my father wasn't a religious man, but I learned a lot of stuff off my father, and he probably doesn't even realise it. But one of the things he said to me when I was a young fella was, he wasn't a mass goer. He'd always be giving out with the neighbour going to mass, and then Saturday night in the pub causing awful ructions and being a real idiot, And then he'd go to mass then like a holy Joe, and he said, I don't go to mass because I'm not a hypocrite. He says, I don't believe if I'm in trouble, you will hear me saying, oh Lord, will you help me now? I'd be out making yokes in the shed or fixing the car, or putting an engine back in to get back to work, or taking a number plate off one car because he's two red cars the same, and he did. But he always said to me, the only thing you need to learn in life, and the only thing you take away from the Bible that you need to learn and live by, is treat your neighbour like you want them to treat you.
Absolutely, 100%.
That has stuck with me over the years, and I've always felt that and I've seen it now, because where my life has led, I've been to South America, I've been to Saudi, I've been all over the Balkans, and all because of decisions I made and looking after people and making sure I did right by people.
Yeah.
And it was all because it was instilled in me when I was younger, but I kept that ethos. And, I have been very jammy and lucky where I am, but I've also made sure I've lined myself up with good people, the right people, and listened to people, and I'll never know everything.
No.
Treating people right has always led me that the right people have looked after me as well. And I'll be forever grateful to the likes of John O'Kelly, Owen's dad. Like, it's funny, I'm always thanking him for getting me to the Dakar and stuff like that, and bringing me on these, like, I'm his second call when he has a mad trip planned and he needs someone that's up to hardship, up to lack of hours sleep, up to horrible conditions. I'm his number 2 call to ring.
Yeah.
And I'm terrified when he rings me, but I'm always telling him I'm forever grateful for the opportunities.
Absolutely.
And he turns it around to me and says, I will forever be grateful for what you've done for Oran, for the Dakar and stuff. And that's the way I've worked it, and it's always come back to me. And I've read into something I was like it.
But as people say, like, look, look at what you have your business now, and and sure, but you make your own luck.
Oh, you do.
You do look at it, absolutely. There's always an aspect of natural luck, but at the same time, and we always said, like, Irish people are the first to turn around, and it's just one of those traits.
I knew when he had
you see the lad with the massive big house up on the hill, and they'd say, look at that fucking prick in his big house. Whereas they should be saying, just fair fucks to him now. He's after, obviously, working hard to have that. That's just the way it is.
Guaranteed there's people out there who do not want me to have a lorry on the road.
No, guaranteed.
You'll always get there.
Local, we were the same. We were the same when we started this podcast first. There was, the amount of probably people that kind of said, what the fuck are these boys at? Like, going on a pod, who do these boys think they are? And it's growing over fucking we're nearly heading for 2 years at it now. It's just gone fucking bananas, And to the point that if we don't have one out in a week, the Lord Jesus, it's not worth it.
I was listening to you, and then I stopped listening to you purposely because I have an ass load of driving to do now down to Rome shortly, and I block book a lot of podcasts. I stopped listening to it, and I've saved up. And I'll be listening to Cha in my ear now, going the whole way down through France and Italy.
Well, I'm delayed. You're after redeeming yourself because you're going to get a slapping deal after telling me you stop listening.
Stop listening,
Where's he bury his dead?
Where does he bury his dead?
Down the chopping yard.
Every time, like when I'm out in the shed, I love listening to the podcasts, and but when I'm getting ready to go away on a long trip, I'm 4 or 5 days driving in the lorry all day long.
Yeah.
And so I'm not into music. It drives me bananas every now and then. So I just love listening to podcasts. People
absolutely.
are talking, and the likes of e-boys are brilliant. It's like I'm sitting here, I'm driving down the lorry, and I'll have e-boys blasting away in the thing, and it's just that suddenly oh shit, I'm nearly over hours. Need to pull in to get rest there. 3 hours
yeah.
gone here.
That's the beauty of podcast, though. In fairness, isn't it?
It's
Like,
magic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it's magic. Yeah.
It's back to human nature. Like, you know, like, strip it all back. You know, sitting on the campfire, telling stories.
Yeah, that's all.
That's what our ancestors did.
Absolutely.
It's like you invited me on here, and by the way, before I forget, thanks a million for thanking me on. I really do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
But you said to me, look, do you want to go on the Zoom? Or I said, no, look, I'm nearly 2 hours away. But I'd much rather meet face to face.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd rather look people in the eye when you're talking to them. And
I know you have to look down when you're looking at Charlie, but you can't look him in the eye.
Everybody looks down at Charlie.
But thanks anyway for putting that in, you know what I mean? You know?
Yeah. I know, geez, fair play to you, fucking fair play. Well, listen, we better wrap it up because we could talk all night. This should probably be a two-parter.
My wife will tell you, I generally tell a short story the long way.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Absolutely.
Sure, when you do that big...
I swear, keep us updated now. If you can even flick it, the whole sound of that Rome to Istanbul, it just sounds
we have to do a lot of travelling now between each way, and sometimes at the borders there, the crap that goes on there is unbelievable. Like messing and the...
Yeah, but Jesus, keep
the
us
Albania
posted
border
now.
is brilliant. Last year, 2 years ago, we rocked up to the Albania border. Your man looks up the truck, and I have it all stickered up, you know, Team Ireland and pictures of my own lads on the side of the bike on the truck, you know, and I've Dakar stickers on it and the whole lot. And he just looks up at this, and he said, and the first thing he saw was Ireland. And he says, Irlanda. I said, yeah. And I was like, oh shit now, because I got done in Bosnia. Like, your man was, he wanted chain oil, and he wanted bribes, you know.
No,
this lad was like, oh no, what am I getting shafted for here now?
Yeah.
And I love Ireland. I love Irlanda. Sister in Ireland and all this. And so I gave him a load of stickers.
Go ahead.
And in behind his office, his hatch, he started sticking up a load of Rally Raid Ireland stickers.
Go away.
And that night then, all the other service trucks came up along and says, how the hell did you get into the customs office in Albania? These guys are here with machine guns and like you're rocking up and you're like, Jesus Christ, don't make eye contact. And this guy came out with the gun and then brought in these stickers and
Rally Raid Ireland.
That's
class.
Okay,
that's unreal. That's unreal.
But you just never know.
You just never know. You never know. Well, listen, the best of luck with everything going forward. Keep us posted, and I definitely will. I'm going to put it out there. If you're running one of those events down in Ireland, I'd love to try that now. That'll be good crack now. Definitely do that. Yeah,
and literally you can do it on any bike. Once you have a phone and a charger, because it's all back roads and borings. We have a tarmac option, so we're not going to send anyone down a sloppy lane on road tires. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
but, it is great crack. It's something different, and it's a great day.
Jesus Christ, well, keep us in the loop, as I say. You know, without we shut up.
Well, sure, we'll get a down number and all. Now we can keep give us posted, what's happening.
Yeah, well, the best of luck on everything going forward for 2026.
100%. I really appreciate that.
No problem whatsoever at all. And we look forward to having you on. Maybe again towards the end of the year. If you want to get
in touch, it's Noel at rallyraidireland.ie. Look at our social medias, just go Rally Raid Ireland and give us a follow and have a look at our stuff, whether you're interested or not. Just there'll be some interesting stuff put up there.
Jump on. I would urge us there, absolutely.
But sure, look at, as I say, when you get all this long distance thing done and all the crack, sure, you might pop up again.
Jeez, I will,
absolutely. Call in for Tay anytime. Tay mightn't be great, but
shut your fucking. At least I make the fucking thing.
There'll be plenty of it anyway.
Charlie looks nice with the apron on. Little pinafore on him.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yourself on.
He did make a grand cup of tea, but I spent so much time talking.
Should we make a fresh cup?
No, you only get the one cup. Noel, listen, thanks a million again for coming on, man. All right,
100%.
We'll talk to you on the next one, man. And we're back. That was the one and only Noel Donnelly from Rally Raid Ireland. Boys, I don't know about you, but I'm after Aaron a bucket load of stuff about rallying.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I learned a lot about that 450 thing, bike.
She's a fair tool of York.
It's the 4 there now.
It's a fine York. Is it for 10 grand you're getting some bike?
Yeah.
You are getting some bike now. There's no two ways about it. Do you know what I mean?
I think the thing that came through really in the whole chat with him was the passion.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
So you know by the way he's talking.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Look, it's been said to me many times over the years with the training, like, you know, this isn't work to you. You love it. You know what I mean? It's a buzz for me to get someone who's nervous onto a bike.
Yeah.
By the end of it, I always say there's one more of us and one less of them. They're just mad into the bikes. You can't get them off it. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
But the whole bit through that now, you can just hear the passion.
Yeah, absolutely. No, he's very passionate about it. It just got me thinking there. It must be nice to love your job.
It is.
Me and you are in the same old boat
I
there.
love my job.
I love getting up in the morning and going working on machines. Class.
Yeah.
I think that's where we were going wrong in life. I think we need to, we need to probably, assess that a little bit. But no, you're right. An absolute, the passion. That's one thing you can't fake. And
You
can't.
100%. You just, you know what I mean. Just a genuine guy, and like built up himself and the missus. And I have to say, one woman who is like, I mean, wow.
Well, I'll tell you, absolutely.
Fair play. Like, I mean,
big shout out there for the missus.
Absolutely, massive shout out to her. And I'll tell you one thing, she deserves better. Because he forgot. He didn't bring in a honeymoon, and now he's after forgetting the anniversary. I swear to God, do you know what I mean? I get it.
But all joking aside,
there has to be a bouquet of flowers. That's all I'm saying.
If he's any good at all, there'll be a massive bouquet of flowers and a bucket load of chocolates. That's the truth.
Yeah, because he doesn't hate them anymore.
He doesn't hate them anymore. Yeah, absolutely.
I know, but all joking aside, though, it just goes to show you. Behind every man there is a good woman.
Yep.
Like she as,
rolling rice.
As he said there, only for herself. I don't think he didn't tell us her name, did he?
Don't think he did.
The missus.
No,
the missus.
Pat Shaw.
I wanted them at home as well.
Jesus, I wonder if it's the same one. But yeah, no, definitely. I'd say urge anybody to head over there to Facebook and Instagram and the whole lot and check out Rally Red Ireland. That's how I came across them. That, and of course, it was mentioned. One of the girls that I've been was chatting to through the podcast and stuff. They attended. It was actually, I think it was the Motorcycle Women's Ireland, if I remember correctly. They attended one of those navigational things and said it was absolutely fucking brilliant. So yeah. Shout out to them. Go over and check them all out. What else have we got to mention before we go? Oh yeah, there's something coming up. I'm trying to pick my brains here now. It's the 2nd of May in Carberry GA Club. Any ideas what it is?
There's an under 14 camogie match.
Camogie match. No, it's not that. Anything else coming on the 2nd of May? No. Well, let's see.
Oh, I tell you what it is now. Hey, now.
Go on, so.
Is it the boys, them Clonagale boys?
The Clonagale MCC.
That's the one.
The 10th rally.
The 10th rally.
I believe it's just going to be unbelievable.
That's now.
Yes,
rumour has it.
Rumour has it. Well,
has
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I would say that if anybody's interested in seeing all 5'3.5" of them in the flesh, I will promise you'll be disappointed. But he'll be out. 100%. There's only one good thing he is good at, and that's disappointing people. You know what I mean?
Go on, shite now.
He will be at. I'll be at myself. I'll make an appearance. But yeah, no, promises to be a great rally, lads. Put it in your diary.
Hopefully, now the way we've planned it should go.
Yeah, big things. A couple of really good stalls and some great music.
And they seem to be growing by the week. Actually, you know what I mean. A lot of new things coming on that we. That we talked to some people, and just the stalls are going to be excellent.
Oh yeah, the stalls are going to be fantastic. Yeah, absolutely.
There's a few stalls.
Yeah, without.
But like as last year, do you remember a lot of people were saying to us, "Oh, do you have to be in a bike club to go to it?" No, you don't. You can have once you have a bike with 2 wheels. Mm-hmm. You can come.
It doesn't exactly.
You don't have to be in any club.
If you're in any way, shape, or form interested in motorbikes, whether you come on a motorbike or a trike or a sidecar or a car or whatever the case may be, if you just like the sound of our voices, well, then you've bigger issues. But anyway, come
You're
and say
not going to
like
the look of us, innit?
No,
come up and say hello.
Absolutely. We're not going to bite you.
No, absolutely. And look, I'm not just saying, like if it was a competition for our favourite guests, I would say bring donuts.
Or cash.
Or cash, yeah.
Cash works pretty well.
Yeah, we've revoluted, you know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? Not saying there will be a prize for our favourite, but, if you want to, set the tone, bring some cookies or donuts or something. What do you say, McQuaid?
Messaged into the pod there the other day. Big congrats to Paul from 4 of a Kind Racing. Picked up that S-Rad.
Oh, that's right.
He got it, yeah.
He got it.
I have to say, isn't that was fantastic. And that came from the one and only Pat Kelly. Pat, that was... give us Patrick to give us a hand out with the Kevin Keys running stuff. As we know, he kind of put the wheels in motion there. He
Patrick
knew a fella,
Kelly,
so it just goes to show you
he's
the podcast.
delighted with it.
The guy, he was looking for an S-Rad and we got him an S-Rad. So, fantastic.
The power of social media.
Power of social media, without a shadow of a doubt.
Absolutely, yeah.
But lads, we're going to wrap it up here. So this was just a little pat on the back for our listeners.
You're wrapping this one up now, but what's happening on the next one?
Oh, the next one is I don't even know if I'm ready to talk about this.
Bren, you better don't keep the listeners waiting.
Well, okay, here we go.
You're hardly going to keep them waiting, are you?
Next one's going to be huge. Yeah. No, all joking. This is going to be unbelievable. So you may or may not have heard of a little thing that's happening over in Punchtown called Moto Expo. You know, the biggest motorcycle show Ireland has probably maybe ever seen. I don't know if that is an official title, but I give it that. But it's going to be a massive, massive, massive motorcycling, all things motorcycling. Anybody that's into motorcycling, any shape of form, whether you're racing sidecars, whether you're an adventure tour, if you like going off on dirt bikes in the weekend, or you're into vintage rallies, it's all going to be there.
You like looking at bikes?
Because Jason Fiverman
bikes,
like looking at bikers.
Bikers.
And again, a lot of people who run a podcast are going to be at it.
So here.
We'll be doing a live podcast.
We're going to tie one of them flags out, so you just get lost. So we look at the crowd, we just follow the flag.
Just tie a harness to him and strap him to the bench as well, so he can't run off too far.
The reason that you're saying it there about the sidecars and all, Jason Fiverman is after doing a sidecar body kit.
We've seen that,
and it's all been sprayed up and the whole lot, and that's actually going to be over there as well. We're looking forward to it. There's going to be a bit for everybody over
Absolutely.
there.
So that being said, our next guest for episode 74 will be none other than James Ging, I suppose the founder of Moto Expo. He's going to be on telling us all things what we can expect, how it all came to light, and a full rundown on what we can expect in about 3 weeks' time. It's coming up about 3 weeks' time. So it's going to be massive. I say we can't wait. We really can't wait. We're putting a lot of work in behind the scenes here to get ourselves ready get the stand ready, get the merchandise, and get the bikes ready. We're going to have a couple of bikes over there.
We've new hats, t-shirts.
And t-shirts.
I'll be wearing 2 hats on today. I'll be the Clonagale hat, and I have a stand there myself for the
some people would say
motorcycle training.
Some people would say you have a head big enough for 2 hats. That's not for me to say. That is not for me to say. But no, we'll be looking forward. No, it's going to be great. We kind of we're thinking about what bikes we're going to bring. So I think we might bring maybe my Harley and maybe Ross's Phaser, so people can come over and have a look at it and see, did we do a good job on it or did we not?
Or just have a look at it before everything else falls off.
Or just have a look at it and just keep your opinions to yourself. That's also fine.
Box of bolts is optional.
Box of bolts.
We have the video. We'll show it to you.
Exactly. And accessories.
You can build a bike without these parts.
And it should run.
It should run
for a while.
At least, Well, I think we'll wrap it up on that. Will we chat? Chaz,
we'll wrap it up. Roll it, dear Colette.
Roll it, dear Colette. Folks, catch us all on Thursday for episode number 74.
Absolutely.
Nice one.
Over and out.
Out. Bye.